Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we are back once again for another set of Let's Play of Zack and Wiki. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we just went and tackled our very first level within our time of the Barbaros Castle, and now what we're going to be doing is taking on another set level that is going to be here. And this time, this type of set mission is going to be known as the Painted Secret. So we're not actually going to go and head off into an area known as Mirror Mirror. Apparently, from what I've heard, is that this one is going to be a little bit more trickier than what the other set type of levels are going to be. Now, mind you, I kind of forget about how Mirror Mirror works in my type of way of how originally I went and played through it, so we'll see how difficult that is actually going to be. But I know that here in this particular area is that this is not really all that too difficult. What we're going to have to go and do in this way is that we're going to have to do some Super Mario 64 portrait hopping throughout our time here. And what we're going to have to do is that, as you guys go to see, we have all these type of different slabs and whatnot, and all that we're going to really have to go and do is just create a said treasure chest from that type of slab designs that we're going to have to go and do. So to get ourselves a little bit more situated within this puzzle, we're going to have to go and grab this said portrait here, and then also grab the other said picture that is going to be around within this area as well. And all that we're going to have to go and do is just kind of switch these guys around and just make sure that we actually get the key that we want. Because I'm pretty sure that if we go and kind of shine the light and shine it at the other said picture, it's not going to really have the said type of key that we do need. So go and check around over here. You can go and see that there is going to be a said type of broom that we can actually go and pick up with, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. And this broom is going to be getting used quite a bit throughout our time. At some point, like at the very end of everything, we won't really have to go and use the broom anymore. That has to be, I don't think we need to go and actually use the broom on there, said Zack. But let's just go and use the broom over on this portrait here, kind of brush around the different clouds, and this type of moon should be able to at least light itself up. And then we should be able to get the said key that is right there. So very nice. Now, you may be asking yourself, as Prox, how are we going to go and use this key? There's not really a door that's actually locked. Well, from all this type of portrait hopping that we're going to be doing, there is going to be a said door that will have a locked area that we will have to at least somewhat get ourselves on through. Now, don't use this faucet yet. We're actually going to go and use that later on at the very tail end of the said type of video that's going to be going on from here. And all that we're going to go and do is, I think at this point, let's see, let's pick up with the key first. And we're going to find a nice good place to go and place it somewhere else here. And I think that should be good. And let's go and just use the broom, just to make sure that we go and dust all of this type of cobwebs and other dirt that's over here. So yeah, so now once we have went and used this broom, you can kind of see that there is a locked door that's around over in this way. So let's just make sure that we get this all completed. It should at least somewhat notify us that we should be getting done. Mind you, also tried to do the broom cleaning and everything in this particular part, and having to use the annoying type of sensor bar is not really the greatest when it comes to that Wiimote there. Now, we can't really go and use anything here on this bottom part yet, so that's not going to really help, but at least we got the broomstick actually turned around now. We will have to go and do that at some point. Now, there is going to be somewhat of a hidden Easter egg around over here, and you can go and find yourself that there's a 8-bit Mega Man out here. Well, of course, because you know it's a Capcom game, so there has to definitely be at least some sort of Mega Man reference in this game. Alright. So now, let's go and finally pick up with that said key, and finally be able to go and open up with this door. And make sure that before you go and head on into this door is just go and bring the broomstick with you. So there we go. So now that's finally opened up, and time to bring the broomstick with us once again. And let's go ahead through the door, even though that's gonna be really weird. But here we are. So now we're on the second floor now. And what we're going to have to do is head on over here to this portrait and just poke with your broomstick there. And it should at least get the slab all the way down below. And while doing so, there's going to be some ink type of blotches around there. Well, we are going to have to go and use that. So let's just go and fall down where this guy's going to be pulling ourselves into this way. And make sure that at some point we are going to have to use the ink on that guy so that he doesn't actually go and do that anymore to us. Because we want to make sure that we head all the way over to the other side and continue onwards with our way here. Alright, so let's just make sure that we get the ink. So nice. So now we have become somewhat of like Epic Mickey for the time being. And let's go and drop that down for now. And now just make sure that you don't go and try to touch any of the actual said pricklies that are around, because you will get yourself somewhat in a problem where you won't be able to pick anything up unless if you actually do go and touch directly onto where the slab is going to be. Alright, so now we're going to go and place this guy on down. So now that's another piece already done. So now the only last other remaining piece that we do need is going to have to be from the other said floor on the second part. So let's just go ahead all the way back over to this door again. Going to then go and head all the way over to where that guy has has the pulley system that's there, but we're going to make sure that he doesn't do that any more than we actually have to do. So we're going to go and paintbrush him all the way around, and we should be able to go and see at some point that he will stop doing that. So now he's actually been bald all this time. Oh, right. So here we are. So head all the way over to this way. This is actually an area for some sort of well that you can actually go and fall all the way down on into with, since most of these portraits are actually somewhat movable around within here. So now, let's just go and head all the way over to this way and pick up with the said type of faucet. Now, just make sure that before you go and place this faucet in, is that you actually place it all the way down to the bottom and not place it in the middle, or else you won't really be able to get any of the water out, and you will potentially have to run to a game over on that. So just place it down below here, and it should actually drain out all the part of the water that's here. And now, that said fish is gone. That is the only one game over that you can only go and grab, I believe, within here in this area. Unless if I am wrong, you guys can let me know, but so far that's the only type of game over that I actually know of. So now we got ourselves with the other said type of slab here. So this is for another piece of it. And I think at this point in time, we can just go and put the slab all the way on to this said particular part there. And now we get to go and pull on this actual said type of pulley system here. So we're going to go and actually grab a hold onto that, and we're going to let it go. And that's actually going to fall all the way down to the first floor, and that is going to be about it. That is like the easiest part of this type of area that we have ever went through so far. Alright, and there we go. And, oh, yep, cannot forget about the slab. Or else we won't be able to go and get the, able to get all the treasure that we do need. So now, I think by this time that we go and actually place all this together and get our said treasure chest, we should now be able to go into, I think, just about 3 more other said pieces of Barbaros here. So let's actually just make sure if that is going to be the correct one or not. Alright, so let's go and see what we can get for a piece of Barbaros. And it should be... That looks like one of the other set type of pieces that we went and originally found before in one previous area, so we'll have to see where that's going to get located with. It's another type of these anchors here. So it looks like it's going to get added onto his other side of his other said face there. But that's going to be about it. That's going to end off our time here in Zack Wiki. See you guys in the next one for when we go and actually jump into the Mad Science level, because that is our next other up-and-coming level that we're going to do before we do the Mirror. So see you guys then.